Hello and welcome back to my adventure riding the entire world by motorcycle, season 12, episode 6. And in today's episode, we get to actually meet the legend that's come in to pick up Ashworth. And that really means that Ashworth is going to be loaded into a van, and it's the last day Ashworth is going to get ridden. is already really hard. Now the one thing that is really good, the one thing that is really cool, is I have a good few hours to waste until I meet the person that's picking me up. They've given me a waypoint on Google Maps that's in the middle of nowhere that I'm going to meet them. But until that happens, we've got a few hours to waste. So let's take Ashworth on one little final mini adventure. Well, Ashworth, shall we go on a little mini adventure? So I've just put in Dunkirk Beach as a waypoint for me to go and visit and explore. It's kind of like on the way but past where we need to be anyway, and that's kind of my plan. But Ashworth fired straight up this morning. I've done the oil, I've given it a quick look over, and mate, you have served me so well. We've not got much further to go. 56 kilometres to there, a little bit more after that, and you get to rest, my dear friend, you get to rest. It does feel really strange to know that this is the final last few rides, really, getting there and then finding the place and stuff on Ashworth. The end of a very, very long 2 years of awesomeness all coming to an end. Well, today is meeting the legend. We've got a hotel, we've got a pool for some man fun, but we go back to England tomorrow. But this is the last real sort of few kilometres Ashworth is going to do. I just love this bike so much. It's just freaking awesome. It belongs on a golden plinth for everyone to see. It really does. And do you know what I'd love? If I was a proper like songwriter, singer, I would create the most amazing song for this bike, because it deserves it. It really does deserve it. It deserves its own song, its own plinth. It really does. Over 28,000 kilometres done on this bike now, and it's still going, regardless if it burns well over 1/4 of a litre of oil a day, regardless if the chain continues to stretch because of the ridiculous amount of weight on the bike. It doesn't matter, because it still battles through. 9 horsepowers, so many countries, and nothing but smile after smile. It's legendary, absolutely legendary. So shall we do what we do best? Let's get some kilometres out of the way, Ashworth. Let's go to where we need to go to. Let's have one more little mini adventure. We had a final one yesterday, a proper one, 11 out of 10. Let's just have a nice little mini, chilled out, me and you day, buddy. Me and you day. And when you get home, you're going to get to rest properly. Absolutely get to rest properly, you awesome machine. Well, I am here. I've left Ashworth parked right over there. I've done that thing of taking off my cameras, putting them all in and leaving my helmet because I don't want to lug it around as we go for a stroll. So fingers crossed people are good and still don't want to get back. But all the cameras and stuff are off, locked away. That's the most important thing. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're at Dunkirk. So let's explore. Let's see what we can find. And of course, it's very famous for its history. So Dunkirk, famously known for its evacuation of 338,000 Allied troops because the Germans surrounded them. Now, it was nicknamed Operation Domino, or also known as the Miracle of Dunkirk. Now, I'm not going to say I'm a historian, I'm not going to say I'm getting any of this factually right, because I normally get everything massively wrong. But as you can imagine, this beach full of that amount of troops. Look how big and long it is, and how much, again, you'd be bricking it, wouldn't you, if the Germans are surrounding you and you just want to get home. And it was the French, I believe, the English, I think, were the troops that were here, all trying to be evacuated. Wow. Right, let's explore. Now look at the first thing I've come across, dug down here in the sand. Let's explore. So here's the entrance, and as you can see there, where there used to be a door hanging across here so you can get into this. Look how huge this is. Absolutely huge. I always think it's a shame that people graffiti stuff like this, especially history. I know everyone's got their version of art, but you know what I mean. And then look, we've got open doors with the original door still there to this. Now I'm guessing this used to be, and potentially an open space up there would be where they'd fire out anybody coming in from the sea. But look, we obviously can't go in, but look at these original, look how thick and crumbly the doors are. It's just a shame we can't go in, innit? But they're quite, aren't they? Big metal old doors with big metal hinges, and they still survived all this time later. Now, the miracle of Dunkirk happened on the 26th of May to the 4th of June when they got all these troops out. Now, I did say Poland, it was actually Belgium, British and French troops were evacuated from this very beach. And it's just, again, look how vast it really is. Now, if you can see behind me, there's some more structures coming up, so we're going to go and check them out as well. And as I've already said, I am no historian by far. I've sort of watched the film, I've learnt my history at school, but I am not the best at it. I love history, I absolutely love history, but I'm by far not the best with dates, names and everything else, as you know from watching this channel. But stuff like this really fascinates me and also scares me all at the same time, because I'm seeing it and then I'm imagining it, and I know you can't really imagine what it was like, or even really have an idea of how many people were here on this beach trying to get away. But at the same time, I sit there and think, if I was cut off by an enemy and they were closing in, you know how scared you'd be and how much you want to get off of here, and you can imagine all the stuff that happened. But I say the word imagine because that's all you can do, but there's a whole load of structures coming up here. Look at how many bunkers there are here. That's 1, 2, 3, and that's kind of a 4th at the back that I can see. I mean, that already looks menacing, doesn't it? Even the structure, the way it's built, just looks really menacing, and you can imagine the massive guns they've got on there shooting away at any kind of troops landing on the beach and coming in. It is just, yeah, you could imagine it. Just wow. Let's have a stroll around it and see what else we can see. But all the old bits of stone from where it's fallen off. You see it's getting older and older and older and older, and waves and sea and things are slowly taking it apart. So it's a real piece of history. And then the old stone stairs going up. Wow. And then this is the back of it. It's obviously full of sand and stuff now, but just scary, isn't it? And you can see, I don't know if you can see on the floor down here, obviously they used to mount the big gun to shoot out. But the stories I'm sure this bunker tells just by itself. And whoa. And then we've kind of got this big structure here as well that's covered in sand. Maybe that's for storage, to put stuff in, ammo and stuff like that, I don't know. Interestingly, day one of the evacuation, 7,669 troops were evacuated from this beach. That doesn't sound a lot with that massive over 300,000 troops being rescued, but 7,000 back in 1940. That is quite an incredible job. And over the 8 days, they managed to rescue so many more. And another bunker we're about to walk past as well. The rubble parts of buildings that were here before. Bunker Lima 08, just here. And you can see the bits of metal and things, ruggedness hanging off of the edges as well. Obviously, idiots have climbed in and spray painted and been absolute bellends, but we'll stop going on about that. And then look, massive pieces of concrete and bits all over the place. But again, that one there, I was thinking this one looks smaller, but it's not, it's the same size. And there's just so many more, so many more. Now this operation took 800 vessels coming in to collect the troops. 800 were brought together to get the troops out. Just imagine it, this beach full of troops trying to get out over 8 days, 800 vessels to pull that operation off. That is quite an achievement. As we're coming up to our next structure, just down here is a piece of metal that looks like it used to be an old door, because you can see it's got a handle on it. Just here, an old rusty handle. And you can see obviously salt is battering the metal, but it's still there. And then look, inside the bunker, it's the best I can do from this position. And then it just goes on and goes on. Now, interestingly, how they managed to get off so many troops is the British literally called into service every boat they could get their hands on, from fishing boats to pleasure yachts to sort of even dinghies that could do it. And they got them to come in, and some of the soldiers had to go and wade out there, sort of up to their sort of shoulder deep in the sea, waiting for these boats so they could get on to these little yachts to start getting home. I mean, could you imagine how scary that would be, having to wade out there just hoping that you're going to be able to get onto a boat? I mean, that was just petrifying. Now this one has like a chimney on the top, you can see there, but seems to have broken down from another part. But you can see there used to be some sort of stairs here, and then there's a massive bunker up there where you've obviously got the viewing port side of things coming out, and then the gunner's side at the top just there. So maybe this is where, and this is a complete obviously guess like everything I'm telling you, don't take any of this as factual, because I could be getting all of this wrong. But I think those stairs used to link onto that kind of building there, and it's a way of getting in and getting out and getting down to the beach. But again, like I said, I could be wrong. That looks like some kind of stairwell to me. The back of the building, or the side of the building I should say more, there is obviously bars. What used to be, I don't know, obviously a window of some sort. And I can't really see in there because it's so dark. But I wonder, like I said, this is some kind of stairway, again, storage, something. And another huge bunker. Every single one you can see is slowly deteriorating and collapsing over time. That's some modernish brick for some weird reason. Someone's put on as well by the looks of it. But you've got the gate that goes into the back there. I wonder again if this went up and into the really big one over there as well, like each side, so they can get down. This is Lima 19. If these are all being correctly painted and labelled, they look less like graffiti and actual labels. But again, you could see where there was, where this sort of sat up around it, and then you'd have the gun there, the huge gun. Now what's quite sad, during the French campaign there was 68,000 British Armed Forces troops lost, and they had to dump all their vehicles, tanks, all their equipment here when they evacuated the beach. And a famous thing was said by Winston Churchill on the 4th of June in the House of Commons. He said it was a colossal military disaster, and I think that kind of sums it up, because we lost so many and we had to get out. And I know that we came back and we fought and we won, But it's amazing how much places in France and how much along the beaches from Dunkirk to Normandy, the stories, the chaos, the tragic loss that they all tell. As a whole load of old-fashioned planes have just flown over my head, and I can't see what they are from here. I'm guessing potentially Second World War planes, and I'm guessing by the sounds of it, but I could be hugely wrong, Spitfires. But I could be massively wrong, but they were very loud and they looked very cool, but they're too high for me to get a proper look. Anyway, I think at this point, the history and everything to do with it, obviously, like I said, I'm probably getting most of this wrong, and if you love your history, you'll know a load more than me, and I wish I was better at things like that. But at the end of the day, go and look on the internet, go and look at the books, go and see this history for yourself, because it's seriously shocking, breathtaking, interesting and sad, to be completely honest with you. But it's worth looking at it, checking out yourself, and coming here and walking this beach and seeing these structures. There's ones there and there and there and there. There's loads of them, absolutely loads along the length of this beach. As you can imagine, as it was a vital point to get in and to get out. But I'm gonna take a stroll, chill out probably for the next hour, take a bit of time and relax before I head back to the bike. So I'll see you back at Ashworth. Well, now it's time to head to the location where I'm meeting the legend that is going to be collecting me. So it's not massively far. I've put it in on Google Maps. I've headed to Dunkirk for a good reason, because it's only less than 7 kilometers to the place. So Ashworth, shall we do what we do best, hack down the last literally few kilometers to meet the man that you've all been waiting to see, the legend. Right, let's do these last few kilometers. Let's get to our point. We're going to be there a little bit early, so it means I'm not rushing and I can chill. Let's go and find out exactly where we're going to be meeting. Well, this is kind of the location, at least the nearest location to the waypoint where I can get to, and there's a car park. So let's head to the waypoint. Well, as we're walking through a quite busy sand-duny forest, the waypoint is getting closer and closer. Well, as we're walking along this beach, we're getting even closer. Well, this is the exact location, right on the pinpoint that I've been sent to meet him. This is the place, right next to the sea on this picturesque beach. Are you ready to hopefully see the legend? Because he's not here yet, which means I'm going to wait and stare at that beautiful sea. Let's hope he arrives. Well, of course, it can only be the legend, the sidekick. Now, you helped me start the channel in the first place. We did loads of adventures. We're literally going right back to the original.
Yep, and a good old finger.
Yeah, the good old bishop's finger, right from the early days. This is it. Now, you're here. You've come all the way from England. You've come to collect me. You've already seen Ashworth, I believe, as you're walking down. and you've turned around and said, it's looking battered.
Poor little Ashworth. I mean, me and Ashworth and the Vespa have always had this bit of a thing going on, but it's been a while. I've not seen it since we were in Africa, but yeah, poor old Ashworth. It's good to see it again, but it's looking tired.
It needs some love, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hopefully, one day in the future, when talking the very distant future at the moment, maybe we'll get them back together for an adventure.
I'm sure we will.
That would be special.
Yeah.
But the most important thing, having you here, having my sidekick back, means that I can go back to being a proper lord. I've got my peasant. You brought me beer, so you've started in the right way. Now, I know the hotel you've booked has a pool. You've told me that.
Yeah.
But I'm expecting, because you've booked it, you've organised, it's going to have the 4-poster bed, the entire lot. It's going to be proper lush.
Well, you paid for it. We booked it together, so...
Yeah, but I haven't seen it.
Well, I haven't seen it either. It was pictures on the internet. I've not been and checked it out, have I?
I expected better. Right, anyway. Shall we?
Swimming pool, isn't it? So
that's the biggest thing. So we can go like naked, you reckon?
Well, it's France, isn't it? So we can try.
Well, the thing is, I've not had man love for ages because I've just had a whole week by myself. So we could go and frolic in the pool.
Let's do that.
Let's drink these and let's go and frolic in the pool. So the sidekick is going to ride the bike around so he can experience the glory of Ashworth. There he goes.
Oh God! It feels horrendous.
Here's a question, right? I've ridden it 28,000 kilometres. What do you reckon?
That feels awful. It's horrible.
It's light, isn't it?
Oh God! I suppose we'll just get used to it. But yeah.
Yeah,
that's impressions. That's hideous.
Yeah, it is. The thing is, like I say, once you ride it and you get used to it and you get your weight right, it's all right. But when you first get on it, it's like the front wheel was this, isn't it? It's all over the place. So after so many countries and so many miles, we're going to load it. Yep. Finally here in France, it's being loaded. What a moment. Well, with the most emotional part done, Ashworth just there, what means I get to look at it all the way back to England tomorrow. This is it. We're off to the hotel now.
Yep.
So we can frolic in the pool, drink beer, have nice food. Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
It's a hard work done. This is a hard work done, and now it's just me, you, and chill time. Pink sunglasses on, put our bikinis on. Look, we are set to make this a magical experience for all of you. Well, we've arrived at our hotel, and I'm going to let the sidekick tell you the name of the hotel.
The Wushkenbushka.
The Wushkenbushka. The Wushkenbushka. Now, I expected a 4-poster bed. It looks like I've got like a king double to myself.
No, we're sharing.
What?
We're sharing.
No, this is my room.
No, this is our room.
Oh.
This is our room, and we've got the beds nice and close together.
I know you miss me, and I know I need a lot of man hugs. I mean,
you said you wanted man hugs, so...
At least we're getting close quickly.
Yeah.
You've got to look at it quickly. Now, it's quite an old building. We've been told by the lovely lady that owns it that they close at 9, but we've got a key we can get in and we can get out. She said we serve beer. There's no mention of the pool, so we're going to see if we can find a pool. But let me show you, literally, you've seen the bed. He has to open everything and touch everything. It's a bit weird, just bear with him. You've seen the bed. Let me show you the way to the toilet. If we have too many beers, we have to do this. Stop touching the cupboards.
This is the cupboard. Do you know where this goes?
Where?
Narnia.
Go on then. Go.
Oh.
Go.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Right, thank God. Thank God we got rid of him. Right. If we go up these stairs, look, I've got to walk up these stairs, and when I've had a few beers later, after I've been cuddled in that bed, this is the bathroom. And to be fair, the throne, the sink, the sexiest lord in the world, and then a shower. And we're not sharing the shower, by the way, Darren, either.
See about that.
To be fair, you could easily get quite romantic in here, couldn't you?
We'll see what happens, won't we?
Well, I think there is a pool, because I've just looked out the bathroom window. There's either a pool or this is a lucky hotel, because there's like a bit that you can see palm trees. I'll show you what I mean. Well, so far we've found good old-fashioned, whatever this is for lying down on and enjoying it. And then, what do you mean?
Closed.
What do you mean it's closed? Let's check out the pool. You booked this on purpose. We booked it so we'd have a... Is that the pool?
Oh.
Is that really the pool?
Yeah. That's the pool. That's disappointing.
We literally didn't we? When we were discussing it, we were like, we need somewhere with a pool. So you had one job to do. One simple job to do is get us a pool. And that's not even a pool, it's a bath.
Well, it would have done, wouldn't it?
No! You could probably stretch and we wouldn't fit together.
This was the only place anywhere near Calais that had a pool. And it's closed.
It's not a pool. It's
But it is a
It's an
pool.
outside bathtub. You know what all we've got left to do then?
You can hit the punch bag.
Yes, we could hit the punch bag and then...
Beer.
Yes. So what I want to see is your best Rambo impression. No, Rocky. Think Rocky. Are you sexually frustrated? That's not how you punch a punch bag, is it? You've watched well too many films. I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to go drink beer. Oh, and then slowly lift up your beer. Not that slow.
Oh baby, I love